to mix up some ketones, so ignore me.
Okay. All right. Hey guys, I am so excited that you hopped on here with us tonight. Hey Charlene. My name is Jessica Craig, and I am coming to you from a really small town in Alabama. I have been drinking and sharing ketones for 4 years. This month is actually my 4-year anniversary. I'm not sure exactly what the day is, but I'm waiting on it. Excuse me. I'm waiting on it to pop up on my Facebook memories so I can celebrate. But the reason that you are on here tonight is because someone invited you so that you could hear a little bit more about our Prove It business opportunity. So we're not going to go into depth about the product. So hopefully you're either already drinking ketones or at least have some on the way to you, or are at least super familiar with what it is. If you can, I would love for you to type in the comments and let me know how long you've been drinking ketones, just so I can kind of have an idea who all's brand spanking new and who's been around for a while. Like I said, it's
If I
been
interrupt and just say that I'm a teacher and my kids never turn on their video. Like, I never get to see their face. So if you guys are able to turn on your video, I would love to see all these faces with a name. Sorry, that's just the teacher in me.
I know, I want to see everybody too.
Me too.
No, you don't have to. It's not a requirement, but we would just love to see.
Yay. We got one.
Yay. Okay, so I see we've got 4 days. Kim is brand new. Natalie's new with just a couple 2-3 weeks. 3 years, 5 years, 6 months. July. So we've got a wide variety of people who've been drinking this for a while. Our company has actually been around for over 5 years. I believe it's getting like close to 6 years now. And so we're still a brand new baby company, but we have experienced so much growth. It's unbelievable. So I am so thankful that I found this, that I was introduced to this. So I'm going to share with you guys just a little bit of my story. We've got Brittany here who's going to share a little bit of her story, and then we're going to tell you guys a little bit more about how we do what we do and how you could fit this into your lifestyle. So again, thanks so much for hopping on. We're going to try to honor your time. So I'm going to run through this as quickly as possible. So if you miss anything, if you have more questions, feel free to type it in the chat. And like I said, this is recorded, so we can get you the recording so you can watch again. About 4 years ago this month, one of my best friends actually introduced me to this product. She found it on Facebook. She was researching the keto diet, ran across drinkable ketones, and decided that she wanted to try it. Now, here's the kicker. She's one of my best friends in the whole world. We've been friends for years and years. She started drinking it and drank it for 3 weeks before she shared it with me. So when she finally did, my first reaction was, rude. I'm literally going to kill you. Why would you wait 3 weeks before you shared this with me? You're supposed to tell me every single thing that you do. But once I got over the shock that she didn't tell me right away, of course I had to try it. So on top of being super excited about the product, because obviously, who's not excited about all the incredible benefits that you can get from drinking ketones? Honestly, I didn't know what ketones were. I didn't know what ketosis was. I had never even really heard of the keto diet. So being more excited about the benefits, or even more than that, I was truly excited about the fact that there was a business opportunity attached to this, because not only was she excited to share with me these ketones, but she said, listen, I don't know if you'd be interested, but there's a business opportunity with this, and I'm going to start sharing this with people so that I can make some money. I was like, are you kidding me? Absolutely. She didn't know my entire situation, guys, but 4 years ago, we were in a really bad financial spot. I had a newborn baby, a 6-year-old, and I used to be a dental hygienist. So I had been out of work with, pregnancy and maternity leave and all of that. And we were literally like no money left. So I was actually praying and like actively searching for an opportunity of something that I could do from home that could bring in enough income so that I didn't have to put my baby into daycare. So when she shared with me that I could do that with this, I was just so stinking excited. Honestly, it didn't matter I was just praying that this stuff was actually going to do what it said it did so that I would fall in love with it and that I could share it with people. Luckily, all that happened and the rest is history. My life does not look anything like it did 4 years ago. We were here's where we were. We had everything that we needed. We were able to, the majority of the time anyway, make ends meet, but there was no extra. We would have to put $20 in our gas tank at a time instead of being able to fill it up. And now that may seem like one of the craziest things in the world, but now I absolutely love to go, or I hate getting gas. Like, let's be real, y'all. I'm always like, Stephen, can you go get gas for me? But when I do go get gas, it's one of my favorite things in the world is just to be able to click that little clicker and let it fill all the way up and not have to worry about if I have enough money in my bank account to cover my gas. I'm able to go to the grocery store and buy whatever we need for our family instead of having to count every single thing that I put into my buggy. We are able to do so many things that we never dreamed that we would be able to do, but it's really those small things that have made all the difference, for us. So I don't know why you decided to hop on here tonight. Maybe you just want to kind of see what this is all about. Maybe you're like me and you really have a need for a financial change and need to make some money so that you're not struggling anymore. Or maybe you just want more out of life. 4 years ago when I found this, I was really just looking for enough money to help us get by. I didn't have the vision that I have now. I didn't really truly understand what was possible here at Prove It and, with our industry. But now that I've been here and and I realize what I can do, I don't just want $2,000 a month. That's what I wanted originally. I want $200,000 a month. And I know that may seem crazy, but you can truly do, things that are unimaginable here. So anyway, I would love to know in the comments too, before I pass it over to Brittany, if you could just type in what you're thinking, what intrigues you about this business. Are you a type A person who just wants to get your product for free and kind of play around and see what happens? Are you a type B person and you're looking to, kind of go all in and make a decent amount of money so that way you can change your financial situation? Or are you a type C person who's ready to just blow the wheels off this thing and get freaking rich? So are you A, B, or C? Type it in the comments for me. I just kind of want to know. And I'm going to pass it over to Brittany. She's going to share a little bit about her story. I'm not going to ruin it, but she's incredible. Y'all are going to love to hear from her. And then we're going to give you guys some really good details. So Britt, take it away, sis.
Hey guys, so I'm Brittany Nelson. I am tuned in from Austin, Texas. You probably already heard I am a teacher. So right now it's like me begging students to turn on their camera because we're virtual learning. So it's just nuts. And seeing these responses in the chat is so cool. My friend Natalie, who I call you my friend now because we talk every day, has actually been in the business now crazy enough to think for 3 days. Jess has already hit her first bonus. And I remember when Natalie started, she was a type A person. She was like, I just am obsessed with this. I've been drinking it for 5 days. And if I can get free product, that's amazing. And so I'll tell y'all kind of what I told Natalie. And now Natalie's just telling everybody because who doesn't want to feel better, right? So what I had told Natalie is, here's the reality of it, you guys, is we're in a quarantine. Gyms have been closed. People are feeling like crap. Several of my close friends and best friends had lost their jobs. And then I'll kind of tell you a little bit about my story. But I read what Natalie said, so I had to tell what her and I, our conversation. And I told Natalie, I was like, look, if you're feeling amazing, don't feel like you have to have this massive transformation to share your excitement and tell some of your friends about it. Because reality is everybody wants what we have. They just don't know that it's out here. And so I remember telling Natalie, I was like, well, tell a couple of friends, like you've been drinking it for 5 days. You're having this incredible experience. Throw a post up on Facebook. That's how I learned about ketones. So I'm all into social media. And now I think she's got a couple friends on this call. She's got 10 or 12 friends who just ordered in the last couple days. So it's just crazy. I know she's like, I have no idea what I'm doing, but thank you so much. You've been so helpful. So my reason for bringing that up, you guys, is you guys will learn kind of from this call, whoever invited you here, they may or may not even be talking on this. And that just goes to show y'all, you're in business for yourself, but never by yourself. So when I first started, I remember seeing this as a Facebook post, had never done anything like this before. I'm a teacher and coach, so I work hours on end. Literally got home from dropping off a bus last night, Jess, at 11:30 at night. I'm still in my coaching gear right now. So my days are long. So if you're hopping on this right now and you're like, oh my gosh, I have no time. Y'all, my life is the epitome of no time. So I can relate, and trust me, you can still build a massive business. I also had absolutely no experience with network marketing. I had no idea what BHB salts even were. Now I can pronounce them, beta hydroxybutyrate. It's really exciting. But I was brand new to all of this. My gut health was terrible. Many of you who know me and my story know that I continued drinking this for 3 years because I poop every day. And I am not afraid to admit that, but for me, that's a big deal. Okay. But I also, when I started, kind of similar to Jess, I didn't have kids. But I was in a very low place in my life financially. I had had an engagement that had failed, and long story short, I had a mortgage that, quite frankly, I could not afford on a teacher's salary. So in the first couple of years of, when you own a home, if you sell it right away, you have to pay what's called capital gains. So I remember finding the product and needing the product, but then also I kind of saw, and my eyes were open to the fact that there was an opportunity here. So I'm the kind of person that when my back is on the wall, and even when I don't have the funds to afford something, I'm going to go all in because I have absolutely nothing to lose and everything to gain because I was already hitting rock bottom. And so that's what I did, y'all. I put a charge on my credit card. I bought some ketones. I wanted to get started with the business in the best way possible. And I remember reaching out to Jessica and Mandy, and I was like, I want y'all to know you're not sleeping until I make this money back. I have no clue what I'm doing. I'm just super fired up because I need to pay my mortgage. So again, I don't know why you guys got on here, and I don't know what you're looking for out of this business, but I would definitely challenge you to think about your why, and why is it that you even want to start sharing ketones with people? Like, if we could wave a magic wand with the business and what it could do for your life, what would that look like? And what is it that you want out of here? Because I'm telling y'all, yeah, y'all, the poop combo is real. And I'm telling y'all, I go to bridal shows sometimes and I talk about poop, and the brides are like, sign me up. I need to poop every day. Like, they want it. Okay. But my point in saying that, you guys, is like, understand your why, and just know, like, think of this call, for example. We do calls like this all the time. We have customer calls. Like I said, you're in business for yourself, but never by yourself, right? So there is so much community. There is so much support. I work super long days, but Natalie, I hope you've seen with this, like, you don't have to go to Keto 101 school. You don't have to know all of the answers with how to get started. Like, that's what we're here for. You can invite people to a call. You can invite people to a guest call. You can throw people in a third-party chat and just introduce them to somebody who's been doing it a little bit longer than you have, and then allow that person to kind of be the expert and speak on your behalf, so you don't feel like you have to know everything. So my point in saying that, and I think it's just super important, because if you're anything like me, I was really scared. I was really nervous. I had no clue what I was doing. But like I said, if this product did half of what it said it was going to do, then I knew a lot of freaking people. I'm just one of those, like, I mix stuff up in public because people are nosy and they're like, oh, what are you drinking, right? Or I'm the type of person that if I go see a good movie or go to a good restaurant or have a good meal, I tell everybody about it. It's the same thing as, like, if I were to go get my nails done, I actually am super mad that I told all my friends about this nail shop, because now it's impossible for me to get a friggin' appointment. But it's not like I go to the nail shop, they don't give me a discount on my full set or my pedi. Like, I'm not saving any money. But with ketones, what's really cool is, as promoters, we get to offer every single person in our community the possibility to drink free product. Like, even customers can drink free product. So if you think about that from a promoter standpoint, y'all, like, this can spiral so incredibly fast, because I don't care if you're the richest person in the world, who doesn't like free stuff? Okay. So if you're the type of person that just tells your friends about a good movie or a good nail salon, anything past 2 people, you can start to make a commission. So my story is, it's been close to 3 years. I can't believe it. Sharing over for 2.5, but getting close to the 3-year mark. And y'all, I just went to work. Sharing ketones is super simple. It's just about being consistent, the same way that you would with your job right now. Like, I went to school for 6 years to get my master's for teaching, and I make what I make. which we don't need to get into that, but I put in 6 years to make what I'm making. So for me, the fact that ketones became my main source of income in 4 months has 100% been a blessing. And I'm not promising y'all that paycheck. I'm more so just saying, if you are consistent with something and you lead with your energy and your excitement and you have a burning desire to help other people and help your own family, y'all, you literally can blow this up. I mean, and my goals have continued to change, kind of like Jess said, and I'm just super grateful that I got started the way that I did. And even though I didn't have a massive transformation to share when I started, I literally just led with my excitement, and you'll be so surprised how many people want to do this with you. So I'm sorry for rambling. I just always get super fired up, and I love talking on these calls, and I love just painting a vision of what's possible, even if you feel like you don't have the time, because y'all, if you know your why, I promise you, you will make time for this. So Jess, I don't know if we want to ping pong it back and forth and then open it up at the end for questions, but maybe it would be helpful if we can just talk about, what are some options of getting started for somebody who does want to join the business?
Sure. And if you guys have specific questions, feel free to pop them in the chat and we'll answer as many as we can. And if we don't get to them, of course, just get back with whoever invited you to the call and they will get you hooked up with somebody who can answer. So, okay, guys, so I'm going to go back to a little bit of my story when I first started. Number one, we were so broke at the time. Spending money on these ketones was like a major stretch. Like, we did not have the money to get started with even drinking them. I was like, so we were like literally sharing half packets with each other. We were just trying to do the best we could until we could get this figured out. And then as far as starting a business, we barely had the money to afford our first servings of ketones. Like, how are we going to start this business? But I just want to remind you that probably 9 out of 10 people who start in this business are in that same situation. And so there are different ways that you can get started, and we can help you brainstorm and figure it out. I know one of my best friends started at the same time with me, and she sold some stuff that she had in her house. She sold some purses, just extra things that she had laying around that she knew she didn't really need, so that she could take that money and invest it into her business. As for me and my husband, we talked about it, and we had a credit card. We weren't really credit card people, but we were like, let's put this on the credit card and just go to work and get started. So we have lots of different ways that you can get started. I'm going to go over them with you really quick, but I'm going to start with the best way. Okay. And that's the way that I got started. It's the way that Brittany got started. And it's the way that a lot of promoters who are serious and ready to get crazy and do this is how they start. And it's with our biggest promoter pack. It is right now we have 40% off, which is incredible because we did not have 40% off when I bought mine. And so I was like, I can't believe everybody can get started now for such a good deal. So you're going to get 12 boxes of our Keto Nat, the top flavors that we have, for $9.36. And what you're going to do with those is turn those packets into trial packs and sell them and make your money back. Okay. So you're not just spending money to start a business. You're buying a product that you're going to turn around and flip and make money off of. Okay. So not only can you make your money back, but you can make a great profit off of that. And here's a couple reasons why that's the best way to start. Number one, you're going to have some skin in the game. Okay. I am telling y'all, my business would not be where it is today had I not gotten started with that pack. I really, truly believe that, because it made me get my booty to work like right away, because I had invested that money that I really didn't have. I had put it on a credit card. And so had I not sold that, had I not talked to people about this product and tried to sell it, I would be in debt, right? Like, I would be stuck with this big debt. And so with me investing and spending that money, it made me talk to more people more quickly, which made my business take off, which has a huge reason of why I'm here today. So guys, I don't want you to think that this is something that's going to be sitting on your shelves, because I know I personally sold through mine before it even came in the mail. I think Brittany did the same thing. People want what we have. You know what I mean? We're not selling something dumb here. We're selling something that can absolutely change people's lives, and so many people want it. So if you're a promoter on here and you got started with product and you want to type it in the chat, like, how quickly you sold through your product or what you feel like that did for your business, just so people can hear from everybody else, that would be awesome too. But listen, if you, another reason that you want to start with some product is so that you can share it with people. How many of y'all on here, if your cameras are on, if you want to raise your hand or put it in the chat, are skeptics, right? Like, we've tried everything in the world. This is another one of those things. This stuff probably not going to work. Like, I know probably the majority of the people that I share this with at first, they're a little bit skeptical. Now, you're going to have some people who are like, I don't care, give it to me right now. I'm a try everything kind of person. But you will have some people who are like, oh, I don't know, I need more information. I really don't know if I'm ready to invest in a full box yet. And so if you have trial packs on hand, instead of it being a complete no and losing that person because they're skeptical, it's so easy to say, listen, try it for 5 days, try it for 10 days. I have these trial packs on hand. Try these flavors and see what you think. So I promise you, you will move your business further faster if you can commit to purchasing something to start it out with. Now, we have no requirements. So anything that we say tonight, like, is not required of you. You don't have to buy a promoter pack. You don't have to get started with that big one like I'm telling y'all about. But I'm just telling y'all the best way to do it. Another reason is if you buy that big pack, Pruvit is like, okay, you are serious about this. We want to reward you for getting started with a big pack and give you some extra stuff. So you're going to get rank 5 pay for a year, and that's just like a pay raise for the first year of your business. And they're also going to give you double Go Fast bonuses for, a couple weeks of your business, so you can, take advantage and make the most money that you possibly can. So it's a great way to get started, but again, not a requirement. Okay. Our only requirement is to pay our promoter fee. And let me tell you guys about that really quick. If you come in with just the promoter fee, say you're like, oh, I don't know, I'm just not really ready to come in with a bunch of product, you can grab your challenge kit or your box of raspberry lemonade or a couple boxes or whatever you want to do and add a $37 promoter fee. That covers you for an entire year for being a promoter. We don't have any sales quotas, no contracts involved. Nobody's going to make you do anything. Nobody's going to make you go to meetings. Nobody's going to make you go to trainings or do anything. It's all your business and completely up to you, but it's just $37 for the year. Now, if you buy one of our promoter packs, you're going to get to become a promoter for $1. Okay, so it's like our $1 Keto Club. Pruvit just kind of wanted to help people be able to get their business started because, right now these are trying times for people. A lot of people have been out of work for a long time. Like, things are just weird and different right now. So we want to help as many people as we can get started with our Pruvit business. So the $1 Keto Club and 40% off of our promoter packs has just been incredible. We've been able to help so many people get started. So Brittany, I'm going to pass it back over to you if you want to tell them about the smaller promoter kit, and then anything else that you want to say about that.
Yeah, so if you can't swing the bigger one, I was the same way as Jess, by the way. Like, I just put on a credit card and, I told them, I was like, y'all aren't sleeping until I make this back. But if you guys can't swing that, you could also come in with the 60 serving kit. It's going to give you 3 boxes of either charged or caffeine free. You can do whichever one you want. Most people prefer the caffeine. And then just keep in mind, y'all, that could personally last you 60 days, or it could last you at 1 a day or 30 days at 2 a day. I was just of the opinion, just to say this, when I ordered the product, regardless if I never told a soul about it, I was going to drink it. My mom was going to drink it. My dad was going to drink it. My sister, my brother, whatever. So ketones truly are for everybody, but if you guys can't swing all those, y'all can still build a massive business. But I think it's just super important to feel like you do have skin in the game. For me, if I had just gotten started with a $37 promoter fee, if I took off with this running and it was success, that's awesome. But if I didn't, I could just have the mindset, oh, well, it was just $37. It didn't make or break me. So I think mindset is always a super important thing. And then just because I teach math, I'm going to throw out some numbers for you guys because I'm a numbers person. I don't know if anybody can relate to this on the call. But say you come in with the big kit or any kit for this matter, and you can do the math for the smaller ones, but that 240 serving kit would break into 48 different 5-packs. So let's just say that you didn't sell that you didn't drink it yourself at all, and you sold all of those. Let's just call it for $40 for a 5-pack. 48 times 5, y'all, is close to $2,000. So you're going to earn your investment back and then basically 100% increase. So a 200% return. So I think that's just always super important to keep in mind. And that's just the money that you make off the commission from the trial packs. That's not even from the bonuses that you can earn online. That's not from people's, orders online. You could go tell a customer who tells her brother, who becomes a promoter, who just blows it up. So it's really cool, y'all. Like, you never really know who you're going to meet. You never really know where people are at. Jess kind of already spoke to it. You'll have some people who want to start with the trial. You'll have some people who don't give a rip what it tastes like, even though they're amazing. I'm just going to throw this out there. I mix mine with Tito's sometimes. And I know, Jess, you do too, so don't lie. But you can, some people will start as a customer, and then some people are going to do what we did and join as a customer and a promoter in the same day. So what I would love to do, and just to honor everybody's time, like, does anybody have any specific questions that we can answer around the different options of getting started? Jess already kind of spoke to it. There's no quotas, there's no contracts. Hopefully you guys are seeing that, you're not in this by yourself. You don't have to go figure out everything and know all things ketones. For example, like this coming Monday, I think Monday, Jess, we were going to do that. But Monday we're going to have another guest call. So anybody that you think would be super interested in the product, of course, we don't have to wait till Monday. We can get connected with them literally right after this. But you can invite them to a guest call, kind of similar to this, except for we keep it to 20 minutes and we talk about the product, what it does for the body, how it's different than the diet. Here's some options of getting started. Here's some testimonies, some experiences, and people can just be a fly on the wall. But I'm going to stop talking. Does anybody have any questions that they want to throw in the chat, or they want to come off of mute and just ask that we can answer while we're all here?
And if not, I do want to say something really quick. I kind of want to tell you guys a little bit about how we make money, because I know sometimes that's a big question, like, how do you make money? So we told you about number one, about selling the trial packs. Of course, that's not a requirement, but it's a great way to make extra money. It's kind of like just my PayPal. I use PayPal, and so I always have money in my PayPal. So it's so fun. Another way that we make money is, or something that I love about this, is we're not a company that you have to keep stock. So I don't know if any of you guys have ever done any other network marketing type business. There's so many different ones out there, but I know with like Mary Kay, LuLaRoe, Premier Jewelry, Pampered Chef, there's so many different ones. You have to buy so much product to have on hand to like show people or sell to people or do all of these things with. I literally don't have to do any of that. People go to my website, and Pruvit gives you beautiful websites, guys. Like, we have some incredible websites. You get all of that for free with your $37 or your $1 promoter fee, whatever. You send people to your website, they order from Pruvit. Pruvit ships out the product to the person, to the customer, and then you get rewarded. You get compensated for doing that. So we get income from selling the trial packs. We get income from people who go to our website and place orders. If you have anybody who joins you as a business partner, you get money off of that. You get money off of what they order. You get money off of the people who order from them. So it's so cool. There's nothing else that you could do in the world that would pay you on so many different, in so many different avenues and levels. We have a car bonus program, which is so exciting. Like, when I first found out about this, and they were like, you can get a Range Rover, you can get a Lexus, you get a BMW, you get a Mercedes, or you get a Ford Raptor truck. Like, our list is awesome. But once you hit that rank 6 Circle of Champions, Pruvit pays you an $800 bonus each month to go towards your luxury car payment. So I used to drive a Lexus LX 570, the big one. My husband drives a Ford Raptor. And it's paid for by Pruvit. Like, I drove a Ford Edge before that. You know what I mean? And nothing against the Ford Edge. I love my Ford Edge, but I never dreamed that I would be able to drive something like that. Those are all just big dreams. And because I got started in this business, I've been able to do it. And guys, what's so cool about this, or one of the things, is hearing from me, hearing from Brittany, a lot of times people will think, well, of course you did it, or you just got lucky. But I promise you, our company and our team specifically is stacked with moms, teachers, women, working moms, all kinds of people, dads, just regular everyday people who have no experience in this type of industry, who have came in and changed everything and crushed it, who are driving their luxury cars and making more money than they ever dreamed. So I promise you, if you're hearing this tonight and you have, something inside of you that's saying, well, you know what, maybe I can do that. I'm telling you right now, you can, and you're on here for a reason. You were invited for a reason, and you said yes for a reason. So you have nothing to lose. I promise you. We just want you to get in where you fit in. Hopefully this spoke to you. I don't know if we have any questions. Brittany, did you see any in the chat?
Well, you answered one of them. Someone said, if someone becomes a promoter after me, would I also benefit from that with earnings, which you answered, right? Like you guys would earn anything that your business does, whether a promoter gets started using your referral code and then whoever they bring in. So 100% yes to that. And then the second question was, do you earn income and use that towards product for yourself, or can you earn the free product as you go? So the answer to that is it takes 2 people to drink free ketones. So this is a little bit probably more info than you guys need, but every single month what they do is they take the average of your highest orders, whether it be new or smart ship, and that's what you get as Prove It bucks. So they'll average out those orders. You could have an order that's $100 and then another order that's $500 who are customers, and then you get the average of that and money towards product. And then anything after those 2 highest orders that are customer orders, anything after that is a commission. So whatever money you make as the commission is yours to do what you want with it. Like I have mine auto set to go into my bank. Some people might take the money that they earn from Prove It and put it back into their business, right? Like they might use that to buy new flavors. They might use that to buy ketones for their kids or whatever the case may be. So you kind of have full reign to do with that as what you want. Jess, is there anything you would add to that?
No, just to touch on the free product program, like it's amazing. I buy ketones for my whole entire family each month on my smart ship, and they're always free. So it's not just me earning my free ketones. I earn our family's ketones for free because 2 people, it's a lot of times you'll have people who order, several boxes, or they'll, order, and then before the month's up, we'll have a surprise flavor come out and they'll order that too. So I love that that Prove It doesn't just say, okay, you got 2 customers, you get 1 box of ketones for free. The average of their orders. So sometimes I get $500, $600, $700 in free product every month, and I'm so thankful for that. Okay, somebody said, is the 10-day challenge a customer order or a promoter program? So you can, as a promoter, you can order anything you want. So if you're a promoter and you want to if you want to get started as a promoter and order the challenge kit, you can do that. You would just have to pay the $37. But if you want to come in with the Dollar Keto Club, you would need to grab one of those promoter kits and then order the challenge kit separately. Does that make sense? Hopefully.
Yeah. And then someone else asked, how long did it take for you to get the 6-ring circle? I'll let Jess share what she did. For me personally, I earned a vehicle in 4 months. I probably could have done it faster than that if I was, full time, but I love my job. Like I said, I'm a teacher and coach. But again, I needed the income, just as much as I needed the product. So I did the things, I did the work. And just like I said, y'all, sharing ketones is super easy. Like Jess already said, timing is everything, and everybody wants what we have, y'all. They just literally don't know it exists. And we just launched in EU and in the UK, and this company is only 5 years old. So it is a baby. So I guarantee wherever you live, like I'm in Texas, and this is like its own country, and there are still so many people that don't know what ketones are. But Jess, do you want to share yours? Mine was 4 months.
Mine's crazy. I mean, honestly, whenever I say it, I'm just like, people aren't even going to believe you. I did it in 14 days, but here's why. And, not saying that it's impossible, but my story is a little bit not so common. You know what I mean? Like people have done it faster than me for sure. People have done it at the same time as me, but I don't want anybody to feel like they're a failure if they don't do it in 14 days, because lots of times it takes a lot longer than that. But I'll tell you the reason I feel like I was able to do that. And it's because I was so excited, and I still am, about this business. I'm always excited about the product. I love to share it with people. but I'm so excited, excuse me, about the business opportunity. And so everyone I talked to, which was a lot of people, y'all, I made sure to say, listen, I'm doing this business. I'm just getting started. I don't know what the heck this is. I don't even know what I'm doing, but I know this is about to change everything for me and my family. And I would love for you to come do this with me. And so people felt that from me, and they were excited from my excitement, and people want to follow people who are going somewhere. And I knew that I was going somewhere. And so they wanted to come with me. So my business started really quickly with a lot of people who were doing the same thing that I was doing. Hopefully that makes sense. Charlene said 14 months, and she also worked another job. But I mean, gosh, even if it takes 14 days or 14 months or 5 years, like, you know, you're going to go through life anyway. Why not be working towards something that can change everything for you and your family? Like, I'll never give up on my dreams. I have really, really big ones, and I hope they come sooner than later. But if they come later, that's okay too. Like, as long as they come, I'm cool.
I think that's an amazing place to end. I think you definitely ended it on a really high note for people to remember, you know, why they even got on the call. Like, really resonate with your vision, y'all, and know why you want to do this. But I'm telling y'all, like, there's a massive opportunity here. And the only difference between a few of us on this call and y'all listening is the fact that we just said yes. So I'm super excited for everybody to get started, and maybe have one day, like, one of you guys get on and lead this. Natalie, I'm talking to you. Maybe in a month you can lead the call, even though she's only been in for 3 days. But thank you so much, Jessica, for your time. Thank you, everyone, for hopping on. Is there anything else, or
No,
Happy Hump Day Wednesday?
Bye, everybody.
Bye, guys. Have a good night.